Stonehill College, arguably the greatest liberal arts college on New England's vast coastline. The tight-knit community provides a model population to investigate into whether evolution is acting upon human adults isolated in their prime. Microevolution is only directly apparent over a few generations. Despite this, we can observe our limited age group and ask if it's in an equilibrium, in which no evolution would be acting. A Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium, to be precise. 5 conditions must be met to confirm a population is in Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium, including no mutations, genetic drift, natural selection, migration, and non-random mating. If any are violated, a population is verifiably not in Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium. To answer this, our videographers went deep into camouflage, blending in to observe the wondrous skyhawks in their natural habitat. Having derived the informal classification as clone hill, one might expect a uniform representation of appearance, which is largely observable among both sexes. Skyhawk females display north-face ornamentation with UGG appendage caps or boots, while moving about campus sipping on portable pumpkin-flavored refreshments. Males run in packs, all sporting loose-fitting athletic attire with white caps and Timberland boots. Although a vast majority of the population adheres to these homogeneous, preppy standards, variation is always observable within populations. The instance of normal mutations are also seen in this rebellious female, who randomly began sporting combat boots. She is a stark contrast to her female skyhawk counterparts. They rather maintain hunter, Uggs, Sperry's, or bean boots, which are all variations of the common preppy allele. The stylish and comfy combat boots are functionally different than preppy allele, and if beneficial, will prove to increase in prevalence throughout the skyhawk population. The Skyhawks maintain a biannual tradition of course registration in order to ensure that all are enrolled in courses needed to graduate in configurations which minimize stress. During the critical exercise, the elites, athletes, and honor Skyhawks are able to engage in the ritual with little competition before the masses converge. When the most fit have finished their part, a mass scramble to file into the right combination of courses favors the prepared and quickest Skyhawks. Those who find an Ethernet port at the library and assemble all of their CRN codes resources prior to the event will be best able to secure that crucial combination. Our model campus selects for both elites and for those most prepared and quick Skyhawks. As beautiful as Stonehill College can be in the spring or fall, the model campus looks even more picturesque with a dusting of snow, but the occasional blizzard can catch Skyhawks off guard. Our videographers were able to document this cold February day that changed our Skyhawks as we know them. As the snow poured down, science major Skyhawks were hard at work in their ludicrously long lab periods. Their commitment to the sciences left a portion of the population stranded as the blizzard barricaded them in. Other buildings happened to have adjourned early, and only the science Skyhawks were trapped without food, water, or electricity. These few were lost randomly, and so the Stonehill population underwent genetic drift. What was once a diverse population with many specializations in study now lacked all biology, chemistry, physics, environmental, and psychology Skyhawks. This fateful day also left the entire niche uninhabitable, and without an older generation of science Skyhawks, the next class also lacked all science Skyhawk specializations, a longer-term effect of the drift. The McFadden Library is a haven of resources Skyhawks can utilize to increase their academic fitness. Now, if our model campus was in Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium, we could expect that no migration to the library would be taking place. However, when comparing the sunny summer's end, when the library remained largely empty, to the onset of frosty New England winter, when skyhawks bear the weight of an increased workload, we see quite the opposite phenomenon. It is in the beginning of this period that a few of a particular genotype we can classify as studiers move in to exploit the wealth of uninhabited continents and consequently increased their fitness. In the ensuing weeks, even more skyhawks persisted in migrating from their residential populations to the library. The latest seasonal migrants represent an introduction of new genotypes into the library population, the procrastinator and crammer genotypes. The change in frequency of these genotypes is represented by presence in the library. A ratio of studiers to crammers illustrates the instance of migration on Stonehill's campus. Following days of academic labor and competition, mature skyhawks engage in end-of-week social rituals which exhibit the non-random mating that occurs on campus. Festivities provide a stage for group interaction and can involve a range of potential partners from very few to the hundreds. If no such sexual selection was occurring, and our skyhawks were indeed in a Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium, this female may have chosen the first male she came into contact with. Conversely, she takes a closer look. The quality of a male's coordinated expressions and his ability to communicate smoothly indicate his desirability as a potential father to their offspring. After a comprehensive survey, it appears she has found what she was looking for. Through these observations, we can confirm that our wondrous skyhawks are indeed not in a Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium. Rather, evolution is acting upon them, as in reality, a population in Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium is quite rare. Despite its infrequency, the theoretical model is still valuable in providing a baseline estimation with which an evolving population can be compared to.